Hello guys, how are you today? Today our topic is about electrical cables. By the way, for those new in my channel, please don't forget to like and subscribe, and you can share to your colleagues as well. So, shall we start? The agenda is about objectives and different types of cables, guys. As you can see in that photos, objectives and different types of cables. So throughout construction and terminology down to the usual inspection and test plan. In this topic, we'll tackle only the objectives and different types of cables. So we will kill this step by step, guys. So we will do this 1 and 2 in these presentations. Okay? And then so on and so forth, all this up to down the usual inspection and test plan. Okay, so at the end of these presentations the participants will have a clear idea on the different types of cables under constructions and terminology. So the audience will be able to use electrical formulas and understand the wire size, the gauge, as well as the current rating and conductor resistance. That is the whole through process in the whole presentations. But at this time, we're talking about cables. Different types of cables. What is that? Of course, very familiar. Power cables. Power cables are solid or stranded conductors surrounded by insulations, shielding, and a protective jacket. These cables are designed to transport energy. Generally, the power cables are rated as low voltage, medium voltage, and high voltage. So next one, instrumentation cables. Instrumentation cables are normally used for transmissions of analog or digital signals and to pilot equipment. The voltage rating is usually under 500 volts. The cables are constructed with a single or multiple pairs of stranded conductors. They are usually shielded to avoid interference of signal. So as you can see, if you are in the construction, you can see there are shielded wire for the instrumentation cables and different types of cables. Okay? And then the other, data cables. Data cables are intended for carrying a binary electrical communications signal. They can be used to connect different hardware components with a computer or to have communication between multiple computers across a network, internet cable, fiber optic cables, etc. So that's the different types of cables and so on. And there's a lot of cables when you are in the construction, just like what we are doing right now. Instrumentation cables, we have data cables, we have power cables, and many cables, as you can see, different colors as well: black, gray, orange, blue. Okay, but basically right now we are doing basic informations related of electrical cables. What is the definitions, what is the power, instrument, and data cables. These cables are constructed with a lot of pairs and small section stranded conductors of optic fibers. So this is the cables, guys. So you can see the cables, the insulations, conductor, individual screen, drain wire, overall screen, okay, outer armor, inner sheets, drain wire, and then you have conductor, insulation, beadings, armor, sheets, filters, pillars. You can see that different cables. So what is this? So this is all the information now. If you are the technicians, always doing these kinds of terminations of cables, and now you will be familiar all of this from the outer sheets, cutting this in your cutter, clean up, remove all the screen, individual screen, remove the outer sheets, sheet for the insulation and terminations. Okay, so we are discussing here different types of cables. So definitions of the different types of cables, we have the conductor. So this is our conductor. As you can see earlier, the presentations, the slides, conductors are material capable of carrying electric current. The most common materials for wire and cable applications are aluminum and copper. Have you seen that in your construction? Have you seen that in your home? Usually you can see copper conductor. It's very rare the aluminum conductor. So usually copper conductor that we are always seeing in our project or even in your home. So insulations, a material having high resistance to flow of electric current, often called a dielectric. So that's why we're calling this, we need to test your dielectric strength of your cable. So meaning we're talking about the insulations. So another definitions, the filler, the material used in multi-conductor cables to occupy large interstices formed by the assembled conductors, which imparts flexibility, strength, and shape to the cable. Okay, beading, the additional underlining sheets of cable which protects the cores from mechanical stress. That's why our cable is very important to taking care, and there's a lot of protections of our cables. So shield, a metallic layer of tape, braid, or spiral wrap wire construction, commonly aluminum or copper, with a primary purpose of preventing electrostatic or electromagnetic interference between adjacent wires and external sources. So that is sources, that's a little bit wrong spelling. So drain wire, the uninsulated wire in contact with an electrostatic shield throughout its length in instrumentations or control cable used to discharge unwanted signal. So if you're doing the testing, then you will become familiar all of this. And also if you are technicians and QC inspector, so of course you will be familiar this drain wire. So armor. Armor is a braid or wrapping of metal, usually steel or copper, or non-metallic material used to protect a cable from mechanical stress. This is generally falls under the outer sheet. How about the sheets of jacket? The material is usually an extruded plastic or elastomer applied outermost a wire or cable to provide mechanical and environmental protections. So that's why if we are in the design, you need to know what kind of cables that you are ordering and that what kind of cables that you are utilizing in your project, in your instrumentation, controls, server cabinet for telecommunication system, or power, or switchgear, transformer, motors. This is how the applications of our cables. So wire and cables bear conductors. As you can see, our wire, single conductor, single stranded conductor, and we have a multi-core cables. Okay, as you can see in this picture, and wire and cable bear conductor are constructed from conducting materials to carry electric current, of course. They are usually available of two types: solid conductor and stranded conductor, twisted or braided together for added flexibility. Solid wire cable bear conductor are formed a single strand of solid metal that is drawn into a conductor. So the stranded wire conductors are formed by many thin solid conductors, and shape may be of traditional circular shape or flap conductor. Okay, so now guys, you already know what is electrical cables, from power, instrumentations, and data cables. So thank you for your support and watching my YouTube channel. Thank you, and don't forget to like and subscribe and share to your colleagues. See you in my next video. Bye bye.